All right. Let me get this out because we don't need this right now. All right, we already got the first person on YouTube. How's it going, Nila? How's it going, Nila? Are you doing well today? Who else we got on TikTok? Kausuna, Lab Needs. Got Lab Needs watching. Lab Needs. I'm doing well, Nila. What you got going on today? I am from, I live in South Dakota. I'm from Brazil, actually. Where are you from? India, nice. Yeah, a lot of my viewers, at least on YouTube, are from India. You guys are actually getting more live than the US. I'm in America. Yeah. But yeah, I got a lot of people from India for sure. Do you have a question? Would you like to ask a question? And on TikTok, we got Hillary, Tiny, Shauna, Rose Johnson, Mia, Trust. Your relationship? Do you have any questions about your relationship? What do you want to get out of this reading? You probably know more about your relationship than I do. But if you're going to ask something, you got to know what you want to ask. Okay. So Nila is asking if they can have a reunion, a reconciliation with their partner that they broke up with. Tell me, what do we have for Nila? All right, we'll get a few cards here and then we'll get started. Okay, the Fool, Magician, all right, first card that we got was the Fool. So, since you guys broke up, this looks like you're having a new beginning, okay? It's obvious, a new beginning. Now, it is up to you if you want to accept if, this beginning is actually starting or not. Next up is a Magician, which is card number 1. Almost never comes out of that way. It's a card of manifestation. You may not be manifesting what you want at the moment. You might be using your attention or your skills for something that is not necessarily for the best for you. Third card that we got is the Four of Cups. That's the card of apathy, being uninterested in other opportunities, being uninterested in other relationships. Just kind of feeling sad about it. So you're kind of feeling sad about it. And next up, we got the Emperor. The Emperor on reverse. It signals that you are having a very, very reluctance on taking power over the situation, taking power over yourself. Let's see what else we get over here. Mandy, thank you so much for your engagement. Thank you for the heart signal. I really appreciate that. I'll get back to you shortly, okay? I just got to get 2 more cards for my viewer on YouTube. Next up, we got the Empress. That's the feminine. That's the divine feminine. Abundance. That's the abundance. That's the, the good stuff. That's the feminine power. And also, we got here the 7 of Wands. That's the card of being on the defensive. Now, Neela, I do ask you, have you had any new people showing up for you at the moment that you would like to, or you have just simply ignored? Yeah. Now, I do ask you, do you think it may be a good idea to stay in the past, looking back to that person over and over, when there's someone else new, there's a new path coming your way, there's a new experience coming your way? Do you think it's healthy staying in the past, or is it better just to look for something new? Mandy, thank you so much for your engagement. I really appreciate you. Nila said, actually, I'm in love with partner, so I can't think about the new. I tried. Okay. But does that person actually wants you? You got the Emperor on reverse. Yeah. Does that person, is that person actually trying? Does that person actually shows up for you? You can be in love with somebody else, and that is fine. But does that person actually wants to keep going with you? See? You gotta discern that, and you gotta understand that. He left you for a third person. See? I'm And you see, I'm not here to show you the future. I'm not here to show you the you know what's gonna happen. What will happen will depend of your actions. If you choose to stay and keep looking for somebody who is now with a third person, you're gonna get stuck where you're at. Just imagine how much it hurts for us to keep pushing for another person. Yeah, just pushing for another person who does not want us, who does not check on us. See this card here? That's the Four of Cups. That's it's you sitting with the other cups, with that old cups, while there's a brand new one here showing up to you. Try that a little bit. See if it's gonna work out for you. Okay. Mandy, I have been for a couple of years, but now I'm finally starting to, actually getting out, and I do my videos on YouTube, but they haven't been moving a whole lot, so I decided to just go live. Okay. Thank you so much, Nila. Thank you for stopping by. And again, just remember, if someone does not give you the attention that you deserve, and if there's actually spending time with somebody else, just let them go. Just take care of yourself, you know, have a nice shower, take care of your nails, put on some makeup, look pretty for yourself. Once you start looking prettier for yourself, other people will notice that and they will surely come to you. You don't need to be, going after somebody else. All right. Oh, Mandy, thank you so much for your, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for the gifts. All right, Mandy, let's see what we got here for you. Mandy, do you have a question in specific? What would you like to ask? So you're looking for a job prospect? Okay, we'll check on that. Do a quick shuffle here. You are very welcome. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. It's so much nicer when I actually got people who's engaging. Oh my gosh. Des, just give me a minute, okay? I'll get through Mandy's question and we'll go from there. All right, let's see what we'll get. We're asking if Mandy is going to get a new job. Well, what is the guidance for Mandy? What is the guidance for Mandy? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So that was first. That was second. That was third. That was fourth. And 6. All right. So Mandy, first of all, I don't know if I can actually. Let's see here. Yeah, that's gonna do. Okay. All right, Mandy. First of all, you can see here you got the full Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups on reverse. That's the Nine of Wands. That's the Six of Cups, and that's the Knight of Cups. Okay, I'm gonna get you the how those cards works, and then we'll get it all together. First of all, we also got the Fool on this one. So we're looking for new beginnings. You're looking for a new beginning, a new opportunity, a new job, whatever that may be, right? That's for new beginnings. You're looking for a new beginning. So in this reading, first of all, we got a lot of cups. You've been in cup. Okay, that's great. You see in this reading, you see a whole lot of cups in here. Plenty of cups. So this may point out to relationships. All right. We got the Page of Cups. That's the Page of Cups is someone usually like very romantic, very friendly. You may receive some sort of communication on the situation you're looking at. Okay. Even though you got this card of the wish fulfillment not realized just quite yet. But ask yourself, how can I make sure that we turn those cups, all of those relationships, into something like that? Okay. Ask yourself, what relationships do you have at this moment? Um, if you want to get a job, in this case, in your question, my marriage finally, we broke down and spoke and talked, and things have been amazing now. So, yes. Yeah. So, like at this moment, if you're asking, like, how can I get a job? What should I do to get a job? First of all, I would say take care of your relationships, everybody that's around you, not necessarily just, a hubby, but also the people that are around you in general. The people that are around you in general. What is the easiest way to get a job? Through connections, through relationships. Also, it may help you a lot if you get with people who are willing to help you. We got the nine of wands. That's the nine of wands. That's the card of surrendering. Yes, I'm trying, but I rushed this time. My mom and my son and my husband and big me. So you're on point. Oh, cool. Yeah. So we got here the nine of wands. That's a card of, someone, if it was like this, is someone who's like really tired of keep moving. But that's a card of surrendering, surrender to the situation. Just let go, let go of all of those expectations. If you're going to look for a job, what are you actually doing right now to get a job? Are you actually applying for places? If you want to work on your own, if you want to work for yourself, what is a skill that you actually have at the moment that you can use to make money? Um, what how much more do how much do you keep putting so much mental or so many emotions into either the past or what's going on right now that you can't simply surrender to the situation, and then, if an opportunity is being shown to you, then that you actually accept it. So you gotta get to that. Yeah. You gotta do the work. Next up, we got here the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is the card of old connections. Those are, yeah, that's the card of, the past. It's a card of past old connections. So try to check in with people from your past. Try to check in with people, actually good people, for the love of God, with good people from your past. You told me a little bit about yourself while you had, a little hard time back there. But the people that surround you are the actual ones who help you keep your mindset in what you need to follow through for the future. So, who was a really good example? Who was a really good example in the past that you can use to help you with getting a new job? And lastly, I got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, that is again, that something is coming towards you, something's coming your way. Hi, Salima on YouTube. Hi. But how can you use that once the opportunity comes? Receive that with grace. So ask yourself, yes, I want a new beginning. Yes, I want a new job. I want a new relationship or whatever that may be. For any other people who's looking right now at the moment. But what are the actions you're actually taking to get that job? So the answer, like if you ask me, yep. So make sure you check on your connections. Thank you for stopping by, okay? I really appreciate you and all the gifts. That really helps a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. All right, Des, are you still there? Des is the second one on the list. Mandy have just is just about to leave. So Des is the next one on the list of engagement. That's all right. Des is asking, um, in Brit's energy, does she miss me or our marriage? So that's you're asking if Brits is actually still looking for you, still kind of misses you. Did you guys have recently broken up? Is there any extra details about that? I'm not just gonna do a yes or no question. We're gonna get to the good stuff, the meat and potatoes with 6 cards. Not supposed to, but I need y'all to engage. Okay, thank you very much. I need y'all to engage, please. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Let's ask. What is Brit's energy, and how is that helping, or what is the message for Des? What is the message for Des? Des's wife has left. What is the message for him? One, two, three, four, 5. 6. All right. Oh, bud. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. All right. All right. Oh, nice to know, Harry. That's number 1. We also got here the 9 of Cups. Okay. Um, we got the 4 of Cups. We got the Hermit on reverse. That's the only major card that you got on this reading at the moment. Well, I am only actually doing this because I know it's a message you most likely do not want to hear, but we'll get there. It's meat and potatoes, right? I promise you the meat and potatoes. I'm gonna get to the meat and potatoes. All right. That's the 6 of Cups. That's the card of nostalgia. Again, you also got the 9 of Wands. That's the card of surrendering. And that's the card, that's the 5 of Cups, the card of grief. So getting out of grief in this case, since you have a reverse card. All right. So first of all, you don't have right now, you don't have what you want. You're pretty much, not happy with the situation. Ask yourself what happened in that situation. What went wrong? Second of all, there is a 4 of Cups. That's the card that someone is, sitting. He's just sitting over there, meditating, looking at those cups. But he is completely ignoring either a new opportunity, either it can be anything. It can be a new love, it can be a new idea, it can be a new relationship. But you're just simply apathetic, kind of depressed, which is pretty much confirmed about these Hermit card. I should probably start getting this thing here. Yes, that may be possible as well. That's a card of depression. Sitting inside, depressed. You may not be thinking properly on the situation. So ask yourself if she does not, or if she does not make the effort to come back, why that may be happening. Okay. That's the card of nostalgia. When you start looking at the past, but you don't live the future, you don't live the present, so you're just stuck with your head stuck in the past. Ask yourself, yeah, what was good? When was the time, if you really want to have this person back? I know it's a 14-year marriage and she left. Ask yourself, when was a time, or how was a time when we were actually happy together? Okay. Ask yourself that. How did I act back in the day? How did she act back in the day? Um, that's the card of surrendering. Not trying anymore. Have you actually taken action to talk to your ex-wife if you really want to get that back? Have you? You cannot legally talk to her. Then I'm gonna be, yeah, well, buddy. So that's the card of, the grief, coming out of grief. Now I ask you, if she cannot legally talk, if you cannot legally go talk to her, she's the one who's got to come back to you and lift that restriction. She has to make effort. There is a no contacts on you. Okay, yeah. So ask yourself, is it healthy for yourself? Is it healthy for your head to try to push this? It's now at this point, since she put that block on you, um, she made her decision. If she wants to come back, that's on her. But what can you do at this moment? Number one is acceptance. It's almost like it's grief, pretty much. It's grief. It's you gotta accept that that person is gone. If they decide to come back to you, that's another thing. If you feel like you want to open up their arms for them whenever they decide to come back, that's completely up to you. But at the moment, you cannot let yourself lose any opportunities. You cannot sit at home depressed. You cannot sit at home sitting and waiting. If you don't want to have, if you're not ready for new love, guess what? Work on your business. If you can't, if you don't want to have new love, work on other relationships that are actually, fulfilling to you. Like if you ask me that question, as if she misses you, she can see the past, but there's a card of apathy in here. There's a card of apathy. It's just better to let that be. You move on with your life. If you don't feel like having a new love, a new relationship with other people, that is completely okay. You just take care of yourself. Apathy. Apathy is when you just don't. There's no more excitement. You're just checked out. You're just checked out. This might be a sign that maybe she got checked out of the situation. By blocking you, she checked out on you. Does that make sense? So I'm not here to give you false hopes, but I'm just here to give you, I just put in the mirror on your face so you can take action and, get a good message and move on. Cause you can't be looking back your entire life. All right. Shit, I became a widower, and while I still couldn't accept, life just went down and down and down and down. So yeah, you're very welcome, man. I hope this helped you somehow. I hope this gave you some message, some comfort. I know it's not what you wanted to hear, but I'm just here to bring you the logical stuff. I'm not here to get you in the mental prison. All right. Alrighty. Let's see who else we got engaged. Um, who's watching on YouTube? See, Lindsay. Lindsay, are you still there? All right, Lindsay, let me get you going here. Lindsay, what is your question? How are you doing? And what are you trying to get out of this reading? While you're writing that, I'll get Slima's real quick. Do I get a job in January 2026? Linda. All right. Will David be here? Will David be in contact with Linda in the next 3 days for her birthday? All right. First card. You got the King of Pentacles on reverse. Now I ask you, is that person actually consistent with you? Is it really consistent with you? Okay. So if it's actually consistent with you, are you just trying to play with luck on asking that question? We got also the High Priestess on reverse. That says you're most likely not follow your own intuition. And then we got also the World on reverse, but you're not closing a cycle. Something is not clicking in here, Lindsay or Linda. Did you ask that person if they're going to come over for your birthday? All right, folks, I'm going to need y'all to engage. If you want a reading, you got to engage. You got to answer. Please and thank you. So you already know the answer. You're just not trusting your own intuition. You're not trusting the guy. Let him do his job. If he says he's gonna come, let him do his job. If he doesn't show up, then you let him know. You know. Oh, hey Mustang, thank you. I'm glad you got it. Told ya. You just gotta remind them that you exist. You gotta remind them that you exist. I told you. You know. Hey, Jenny on YouTube. How's it going? But Lindsay, just Linda, just know, you gotta give him the chance. You gotta trust him. All right, Mustang, you're top one at the moment. Jamie, I'm good. I'm pretty good. I hope you're doing well. I'll get you a card real quick here, Jamie. All right, I'm pulling 3 cards. Jamie, have you been looking in the past too often? We also got the Tower on reverse, and we got the King of Pentacles. Have you? Okay, yeah. So if you're asking if you guys are gonna be, if Lamar and you are gonna be okay together, together successful. Number one, you gotta let go of the past. Past problems, no good. Past relationships, no good. You gotta let whatever is on your mind, whatever might be stopping you and giving you those doubts, go. Because if you keep doing it, things are not gonna go well. Things are not gonna grow. You're not gonna be able to build anything together. Make sense? Make sense? Yeah. Yeah, just let that go. Don't try to compare people. Just don't try to compare one person with another. Don't try to be like, hey, but I used to be this way with another person. No, just let it be. Just act. Just be present. With Lamar. Be present with Lamar, and enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. You gotta be done with whatever happened in the past. All right. You're very welcome. Kiana, thank you so much for following the live. Kiana is asking, will Jordan try to come back in my life? All right, Kiana, we'll get a question for you. Will Jordan try to come back to Kiana? What do we need to know? What message needs to be given to Kiana? Number 1, judgment. Judgment. Something big probably happened. You probably got the message. And you got the message good. Ace of Cups on reverse. That may be like a missed opportunity. And then you got Strength, which is, you know, fighting your fears, actually getting moving. So with that said, you got the big thing happening. The relationship, yeah. Oh boy. He isn't happy about it. So you're gonna have to battle the beast somehow. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a medical, legal, financial advisor. It's a hard one. I can give you 3 more cards. What else you want to know about that? Okay, thank you so much for the roses. I'll get back to you shortly, okay? He already made his exit, and you want to know if he will change his mind, okay? Kiana's boyfriend has already made the exit, and she wants to know if he's gonna come back or what is she supposed to do. Emperor on reverse, 5 of Cups on reverse, King of Cups on reverse. So Emperor on reverse, that's a egoistical guy. That's a powerless guy. He uses his power and his authority for all the bad things. This is the 5 of Cups. That's a card of grief, letting go of the past. Now, I ask you, what is being done to accept the situation and not be crying over the baby daddy? Who's not really making any effort. I don't think that's gonna roll the way you want. By all them cards over here, I don't think that's gonna roll. Okay. I don't really think that's gonna roll the way you want to. I know, and you gotta make that choice. But it's not the end of the world. There are men out there who actually help taking care of. If they love you, they will help you take care of. But worst case scenario is you facing the beast and process and letting go of the fear. You don't necessarily just need a man to be there, but ask yourself, what did you learn out of the situation? What did you learn out of the situation? I can't tell you what to do exactly. That's completely up to you. I'm no financial advisor. I'm no medical advisor. I'm no legal advisor. But you need to get to the right stuff. All right. But by the look of 6 cards, it did not look good. And the best thing we gotta do is accept and plan the life of like our own lives without that person or being around. Yeah, don't do nothing to keep a man around. No. Some people just come over to get the honey, and that's kind of meh. Anywho, all right. Next one on the leadership, we got K. K, what is the question? Let's see what we got here for K. K, do we have a question? Jamie, I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. Just look for Tarot Crossroads. Sorry, Maria, I was busy with another person. Okay, you guys gotta be, and I got people who are paying with engagement, so they get priority. I'm not ignoring anybody. People are paying, so I'm gonna make sure that they get their engagement. Once I get done doing and helping the people who are actually paying, and then I'll get back to people who are free. Karina, all right, Karina, is there? No, I'm not a doctor. I don't. Nope. I just read tarot and I give people a good advice. That's all. People come for me for advice. All right, Karina, is there a mutual energy if I try to connect with Ariana? Yes, your question is showing up. I just got it. Let's see. You're very welcome. All right, got the Fool. Nope, too many. Oh, okay. 3. Too many. 3. 4. 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's see. Hey, Juicy Rants. Karina, you got number 1 here. I got the Fool. That's the card of new beginnings. So this must be a signal that you're trying to start something new with somebody. Thank you so much for the gifts. You're trying to get something new started with that person. Did you guys split up in the past? Did something unfair happen in the past? Second card is the card of Seven of Pentacles. We got Justice reverse. You've never been together. Okay, good. We got Nine of Swords. We got Six of Swords. And we got, as an outcome, the Four of Wands. So you're trying to get with this person, right? Okay, you've never been together. Do you know this person? Do you talk to this person? Are you friends? How does that work? How's that dynamic? Because this looks for like a new start. Shows for something growing. They met in class in college, but never talked much. Okay. So an unbalanced situation, some worry, some moving, and then getting together. Okay. So putting all those cards together and looking that, you know, you want to get a new beginning with this person. Number one, there are a lot of swords and not enough action. So ask yourself, what can I do to actually connect with that person? You're thinking too much and you're not doing enough. You're only gonna find out if you get together. You gotta let go of the fear. Move on from the fear. Thank you so much for the fast pop. You don't know if you should. Why is that? What's so bad about you? You're scared. Oh, you're scared that she doesn't swing your way. Well, number one. All right, I think you're just scared. You're just, yeah, you just. Oh, baby, you cannot be scared. If you want somebody, then if you want to pursue someone, then you gotta make the move, or you at least gotta be at the very minimum. You gotta be nearby their circle. If you're not in their circle, if they're not seeing you, then you're never gonna be remembered. You know, you got to, you got to, you gotta go after. If you're not seen, you're not remembered. If you don't find a way to be around your circle, then you're not remembered. Okay. I cannot predict the future. The future is up to you with your actions. Boom. Here. As the outcome, we got the Four of Wands. So it's like it's optimistic. The middle is what not getting. You gotta go towards them. Okay? Go towards them. Oh, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you. I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done with this one here. Do you get it, Karina? You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, just imagine. Well, let's say you just asked a question, and I give you a yes or no question, and then let's say I just pulled a single card and be like, yes, she's very interested on you. But what's gonna happen after? If you don't take action, it's never gonna happen. You gotta take action. I and be confident. Be confident. If you're not confident, guess what? And I'm gonna give you the best part, okay? I'll give you the best part. If you go out there and you get to talk to the person, the worst that's gonna happen, she's gonna say no. But the more you build up and don't take action, the worse it gets. But the worst that can happen, she's gonna say no. But if you wanna be around that person, you gotta be on her vicinity. So take that as it resonates. All right, juicy rants. Jamie, how's it going? I'm doing very well. Today's kind of slow on my algorithm. I usually get like non-stop stuff, but I'm kind of glad because this is actually helping me a lot slow down and actually get quality viewers. You got a question? What question do you have for today? Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest. I went completely off road because one day I decided to trust way too much on cards and not be logical. So um, I don't want to be completely enigmatic. I like to give people the actionable steps if they want to do something about it. All right, how do things go with my new area at work? Okay, we'll get to that. Come on. All right. Juicy Lanes, Jamie is asking, how are things going in her new area at work? Three, one, two, three. Nope. Four, five, six. Okay. What? Say I'm not being active here. I'm talking to everybody. What are you talking about, TikTok? Gee. All right. Jamie, how long have you worked at that? How long are you in this new area at work? Okay, so you're moving up to moving to a different area. Is that a promotion or a side movement? While you answer that, I'm gonna show you the cards that got pulled out. Okay, we got High Priestess on reverse. High Priestess on reverse. Trusting your intuition. Okay. We got Six of Cups. That stop. It means probably stop looking in the past. It was your choice to move since my coworker and supervisor was bullying. Okay. The Emperor, that's authority. We got Four of Cups. That's a card of apathy, uninterested, checked out. That's the card of reunion, or getting together with someone. And we got the Chariot on reverse, which is a crash at the outcome. So before we get started, I'm going to tell you, you are not bound to this reading. Okay, you are not bound to this reading. And the future is not completely set in stone. You get to change the future. It really depends on how you act today. So we got, secrets, dynamics, or some data that you're missing. I would say stop giving so much once you start on this new position. Stop looking so much on the back situations that have happened. Completely disregard and get to start fresh, new, just like from zero. If anybody decides to start making comments about the past situation in your workplace, you need to not engage with it. You got the Emperor on over here right after stop looking, in the past. This is someone of authority. This might be you regaining your authority. This might be you meeting someone of authority in this new department. But again, do not use past judgments into this new situation. You cannot. If you got people starting gossips and whatnot, just ignore it. Stay in power. Stay in power. You got the Four of Cups. That's a card of apathy. The card of, I'm checked out. Try to not act yourself as checked out in this new situation. People will try to come up to you, but you get to decide how you're going to interact with them. They'll most likely try to get with you, but just be careful. Have some focus. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you do. Exactly. And the worst part, like let's say you're working in the very same building as the old department, right? You just go in, don't use the other experience, just start brand new. Some other people may try to put in that those old concepts. But again, be fair to yourself. Don't be thinking that maybe the new supervisor is gonna try to get after you. But make new connections, but be careful with those new connections. Nobody needs to know everything. Nobody needs to know everything that you think. I don't know if that resonates. Once you finally get to feel like, yep, I can start opening up, but then you go in. Does that make sense? Cool. Yeah. If you were like to let's say we're gonna connect those cards together, and I'm not putting them in the actual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Like that's the card of secrets and the card of apathy. Don't be telling everything to everybody. Um, make sure those are new connections. Forget about the past. Forget about the past. Focus on the new connections, and don't let the old connections interfere on what you're doing right now. And have authority over yourself. Don't let past experiences crash your chariot. You just gotta know how to speak. Gotta know how to act. You gotta know how to port yourself. You gotta love work situations, work drama. I hate that stuff. Work is really complicated, especially because money is involved. Right? Exactly. You just want to make your money and go home. Yeah. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with being honest with people and be like, hey, I just don't, I just want to come in, do my work, and go home. And people gotta be okay with that. People gotta be okay with that. You're very welcome. And thank you for stopping by, of course. Thank you for stopping by. Aileen. All right. So now that everybody. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Jamie. Yep. I agree on that. Past is depression. Future is anxiety. You got to live in the present. If you meet new people, you gotta give them the opportunity to show themselves. Once they show themselves who they are, you know, what they are about, then you take some action. You know, you gotta give yourself the opportunity. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, as just I was just talking to another viewer, those big events, a divorce is a big event, and they can heavily impact your um, your mental state and the way you see things and the way you act at the moment because you got those things in your mind. You know, you just can't let it get to you. You gotta accept certain things and try to move on. I did lose somebody a few years ago. We are getting to 2026, so it's gonna be about 4 5 years. It's gonna be about 5 years already. Some days I still get back to that window, and is it healthy for me? Most likely not. You know. All right. I can't see who's watching, huh? Man, this sucks. Yeah, the healing is the tough part. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to tell you gotta heal. Ha! But doing the work is hard. I can't take that away from you. I just gotta give you my support. That's the best I can do. Because the actual work depends of all of us. Karina Gristle, are you still around? Are you still around? Thank you for following, by the way. Thank you for following. Aileen69, thank you for sharing the live. Oh, really? Really? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try my best. Like I try my best. I try to be practical with my readings, but I don't know if it necessarily comes out the way people want to. Aileen's asking, will my ex Jay come back after reconciliation spell and will it work out again? Yeah, it was that the 6 of cups. The 6 of cups is the card of looking back, you know. All right, Aileen, let's check on you. Oh, Queen of Cups. Not a happy family. Okay. Marriage. Again. It's always the 6 of cups. Oh my God. Oh my God. Page of Pentacles. Elaine, are you listening? Are you there? Please engage. This girl don't work for free. Hey, please engage. I appreciate it. I gotta get at least engagement, baby. All right. We got the star. That's the time of healing for you, or you need to keep your hopes up. Okay. Don't get too happy. All right. Um, be realistic. We got Queen of Wands is a woman of feminine energy, someone who's very caring, someone very motherly, very romantic. Um, it shows that you're trying to do this for the best. And then we have the Ten of Cups on reverse, which is not a happy family, not a happy structure, um, not a happy ending. Now, I do ask you before we get moving, um, how long you guys been together, and why we're looking at the past? 3 years, 3 years together. Okay. There is a marriage card. There's a structure, marriage structure. You see the tents. There's a happy family back here. There's a happy family. You know. But then you got the Six of Cups on reverse, which is again not looking in the past or stop looking in the past. If this, reconciliation spell that you did um, works out, stay out of the past. And that's the Page of Pentacles. That may be an offer, or also that may be you paying up for that unhappy situation. I would say this is a 50-50. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That's a 50-50. Again, if you made a reconciliation spell, are you just simply waiting for the spirits to do everything for you? What are you doing? What actions are you taking? If it doesn't work out, how long are you going to keep yourself in that situation? You don't know? Did you guys get into no contact? How's that working? Okay. So you saw him. Did he see you? Did he actually try to talk to you? So you're almost going to be like this. But I found out he cheated on his new girl with me and they just got together. Huh. Okay. Girl. Come on, girl. You can't. After you found out he cheated, why do you think he cheated? You did not know? Girl, no. This man is out there messing up with other women. And now you use, girl, you cannot be using your money and make spells to make this man come back to you. He might make you an offer, but ask yourself, like those cards are just giving me 50-50, and it shows me it's not a happy family. But then I ask you, after all of that, how are you gonna look? How are you gonna look on that person's face and be completely okay with them stepping out of your relationship? Does he even pay the bills? Does he even helping you pay the bills? Like, is there any positive in that situation? You know what I mean? Yeah, girl, you young. Come on, you young. You no, okay. Oh, all right. My bitchiness is coming out. Number one, you got the honey, not him. Okay, you don't need to be running after no man. Um, you don't need to be looking for no man. You young. You got plenty of time your way. Don't be after childish man. You know, mm-mm. I'm telling you. Mm-mm. You can't be. Any questions before I move on for somebody else here and I help somebody else? All right, folks. No, alrighty. You're very welcome. But just remember, you're young. You don't need to be spending money on, um, you know, I'm not even gonna say a man. It's a boy. It's a boy. For no boy that is just jumping out the fence. Yeah, was it 3 years? Yeah. Does it hurt? Yeah. Does it hurt? I bet it hurts. 3 years of your time, 3 years of your energy trying to keep up on that. Yeah, it probably does hurt a lot. But no, you shouldn't be given, you know, rent-free space in your head for no man that does not value you. Number one, he cheated. He does not value you. He should not be draining your mind or your wallet. Let him go. Let him go. Okay. Priscilla on YouTube, are you still there? You're very welcome. Yeah. Yeah, ain't no man, no. He needs to drain his wallet for you at this point. He better pay up. He better pay up if he wants to come back, if he ever comes back. Just charge him fees. Coming back fees. I'm awful. Oh, I am awful. Oh, come on, y'all. No. Don't care how messy it was. He messed up with you. I only keep mine because he likes to pay the bills. So, but he tried to cheat on me, and the day he tried to cheat on me, he fell off. He fell off drunk, and then he broke a bone. Like, okay, you try to cheat on me, and you want to stay around. Okay, I'm gonna do what I want now. You just wait for me. Mm-mm. Nope. You want to pay them bills? Okay, you're gonna pay them bills. I'm gonna do what I want now, and that's how it's been. Priscilla, are you still there, Priscilla? On YouTube's, on the tubes. If you don't answer, then I'll have to move on. I mean, I don't have anybody to move on right now, but nobody else is asking questions. So sad. So sad. Ooh, something happened to my camera. Oh my gosh. What happened? Well, oh yeah, I just did a personal for you, didn't I, though? Paid. Yeah, I do. Boy, you pretty much got my like almost for free. But when I actually when I actually do personals, I like to do with 9 cards plus plus clarifiers and whatnot. And I also, at least my model of doing my personal reading, it's almost like sitting down and I pull out the cards and I'd be like, that's a situation one, situation two. This looks like on those cards. What's going on with you? And then we start looking at things, and I try to show you a different perspective of what you're thinking, what you're trying to do. But I don't treat it as fortune telling. I don't like the term fortune telling. I like to use tarot as a tool of self improvement. You know, self improvement. Do I have spiritual guides? Do I have spiritual guides I work on? Yes, I do. Um, but I don't like to use it as fortune telling because I've gone that route before and I have lost everything I had because of it. So I don't move people down that road. I don't be like, oh, so and so is losing their minds over you. I don't do that. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't like doing that to people. That is not okay. Yeah. So is making spells against you. So and so is, no, I don't do that. Because all that does is making people go toxic. Just imagine I just get to someone and be like, oh my God, so it's always just doing a spell and they did a moon spell, whatever that means. Now I'm automatically putting you into this like mental prison that number one, you don't need to. Number two, I shouldn't be telling you to go on a war with somebody else. I'm supposed to tell you that you should not be entertaining a war because a war only brings you destruction, not growth. You know? No, ma'am. Yes. More for self improvement. Yeah. And you know what is funny though? That is the stuff that actually goes viral. People like it baffles me. it just baffles me that that's the stuff that makes money out there. My most well done video on YouTube that brings the traffic in is the when I was pretty much like months ago. I just got a new camera. I just wanted to do a new whatever, and it's about toxic workplace. And I got the most view out of that video, but every other video I make that's literally just about self improvement does not get any views. Then you get on TikTok, everybody's talking about toxic stuff. Toxic, you know, and I don't like that. I don't need to be in a toxic state of mind all the time. I don't need, yeah, you know. Like for example, also a lot of people come through and they ask, oh, when am I gonna get new love? When am I gonna get new this, new that? And but they just want to wait for somebody new to pop up. They just want new love, or they just want to have their ex back. But they forget that if they don't work on themselves, then if they don't love themselves, so what's the point of someone else new coming over? What's the point of the ex coming back to them? They're not working on themselves. It's just gonna repeat itself, you know. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I even do the yes or no questions. Um, oh, she's back. Okay, I'll get you, Priscilla. You're back. I thought you went away. That's why I didn't do it. Um, I Healing Hearts. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. You just write down your question, and I will get to you. At the moment on the line, I have Priscilla. That looks like she's on right now. So I'll take care of Priscilla. You just leave your question, and I'll get to you. Okay. TikTok isn't moving a whole lot right now, so I'm actually on TikTok and on YouTube at the same time. It's the same feed. But yeah, Jamie, yeah, people don't want to put in the work, and a lot of times, um, you know, you just what's the point? You just want somebody to come back, but you don't want to work on yourself. All right, Priscilla is asking Scorpio from Rome. Ask about general energy in career outcome. Waiting for an audience answer. Thank you. All right. All right, Priscilla, let's get to you. So we are asking what is the general energy for Priscilla, and what we're looking for also her career. What is the general energy for Priscilla? Okay. 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 Oh boy. You got good ones, Priscilla. One more. Okay. All All right, I'm gonna get started. I'll show you the cards, um, and we'll get to that. So I got Hangman, Priscilla. You got the Hangman. That's a card of since it's not like this. Usually, when it's the upright, it's the card of that says wait and look for a different perspective. Maybe you have been put yourself in certain situation that now it recognizes that you need to start moving on from that situation. It's like, yep, I put myself in here. So how do I get out of this hanging tree? So it takes a little bit of accountability, self accountability. I would say that's probably the right word. You got Ace of Wands. That's it. That's a card of new action. So this signals that you will be making new action towards whatever is happening to you right now. So you might be getting some sort of clarity on how to solve a problem. You might be getting some clarity on how to act up on whatever you put yourself on. We also got actually two cards that are related to balance, which is your Two of Pentacles. So this is someone juggling. They're juggling through, or maybe having a hard time juggling through certain situations. But you got to ask yourself, how are you going to get out of that juggling? How are you going to get out of it, and how do you get balance? You also got death. Death does not mean that someone is dying. Death just means that you are here. Death just means that you will be releasing something. You will be finishing up a cycle. Something is dying, so something new can come up. All right. Next up, you got the Three of Pentacles. That's the card of teamwork. The card of, getting together or showing your work. You see here. See this little guy, he's just showing up their work for somebody else, and everybody's watching. So if you have been working on something, how about showing your work for other people so they can maybe buy what you're selling, or maybe get on with your idea or get on with your projects. And lastly, we got the Temperance card, which is another call for you to check on your balances. Is your foot on the water and on the ground at the same time? Are you controlling your emotions? Are you controlling? Do you have your feet on the ground? So if you ask me, what is the general general energy in this situation? Yes, you may be looking for a whole balance in this, whatever situation you're in, but you need to take action. You got the Ace of Wands here. You need to take action. Get started, get going. Priscilla, do you have any questions about those 6 cards I just pulled for you? On Delia Mendes, thank you for following on TikTok. Lynn and C, thank you so much for following and sharing the live. I really appreciate you guys. I will get back to you guys shortly. Yep, you gotta. And procrastination, I am also very guilty of that one. And I will tell you something, that it does not matter if you start big or if you start small. You gotta start something. You gotta start something. You build up a skill, or you gotta build up momentum, okay? If you don't build up momentum, then there is no start. You're very welcome. I hope it works out for you. Alrighty. Who else is there? Healing Hearts, are you still there? Healing Hearts, you still there? Should I get your question or should I move on? Yeah, it's maybe managing finances, maybe managing relationships, maybe managing your health. But it surely talks about balance. It surely talks about getting stuff balanced out and being able to juggle through life. That's what we do all the time. But you're the only one who can do it. Healing Hearts, are you still around on YouTube? Otherwise, I'm gonna move on to somebody else on TikTok. Please answer. Please, please, please. No? Okay. All right. So number 2 on my list, it looks like we got land and sea with most engagement. Land and sea. Let me check on your question. Is my mom-in-law hoping to have me and my husband break up? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's all right, I've already got my answer even before pulling cards. Before pulling cards, I've already got my answer. I will pull the cards just because I promised. If you guys engage, I will pull the cards. But yeah. All right. All right. It's all good. It's all good. All right. We are getting cards for Anna. Anna is asking if her mom-in-law is hoping to have her and her husband break up. Okay. Got the world upright. Oh, now this card is full away. What's that? Okay. 6 of Cups on reverse. So this card is coming out all the damn time. I love it. What else? Okay. The Hangman on reverse. The King of Cups on reverse. What else? What else? What else? The Page of Swords, upright. And the 6 of Swords, which means moving on. Okay, land and sea, Anna. I'm gonna show you the cards, and I'm gonna start asking you questions, and I hope you engage, okay? First of all, we got the World. This is a card of closing up cycles. This is a major card. This is a major card. So it probably means that you have gone through something and you just finished. That's the last card of the deck of big things happening. Okay. So this indicates that something happened. You close up that chapter. You start a new one. We got the 6 of Cups. That's a card of nostalgia. At this moment, you're just kind of maybe this may be a little warning or a tip to stop looking back in the past. We got the Hangman on reverse that also came out for you, which indicates someone who's put themselves on that tree and now they're like, oh, here I am. What am I supposed to do? You got to get out of the tree. There ain't no time to look at a different perspective, okay? There's no time to look at a different perspective. You're going to take action. If you're hanging on the tree this whole time, guess what? You're just going to hang on the tree. We got the King of Cups on reverse, which indicates that there is some sort of someone in this reading, someone who is a manipulator. The King of Cups in reverse is maybe someone manipulator. They know how to manipulate with emotions. So, like, talk about emotional manipulation. We got Page of Swords. Page of Swords is someone very curious. It's some sort of communication that may be coming up to you, some sort of clarity. Um, you know, someone may tell you something that may be like, ooh, okay, that's some good information. And we also got the Six of Swords, which is leaving. You see, there's a guy taking their sword someplace else. They're leaving on a boat for a better place. Okay, so now, let's be completely logic about the situation. Okay, we'll be completely. You move. Okay. Oh, you're planning to move. Oh shoot. Well, that's fun. I'm kind of glad. I got goosebumps, and my car just told us that. I just didn't know the situation, but it looks like it. All right, cool. So number one, closing up that cycle, right? You're closing up that cycle, and you're getting a new chapter. If you do have a good relationship with your husband, partner, whatever that may be, if you guys have a good relationship, number one, if you guys like each other, number one, third party influences should be ignored. The only dynamic that really matters is the dynamic you have between you and your partner. If the mom is against it, just remember, you guys are grown-ups. You guys take your own decisions. I can't tell you to make a decision. You got to tell yourself you got to make some sort of decision. I can't do that. His mom is the same way. Is If he's a mama's boy, mom is always going to be, above it like a hawk. But at the end of the day, if you are husband and wife, as you said, you guys already pay for your own bills. You guys have already your own stuff, your own responsibilities. Okay? Unless mama is helping a whole lot in your lives behind the scenes. But that does not sound like it is. The hangman, when we put into that situation again, you put yourself there. You put yourself there. Ah! But again, you're married. Um, you it gets to that point where you need to start um, stop waiting or waiting for something a different opinion to fall off from the sky and just be real with yourself. This is a situation. Maybe your mom-in-law does not like you, but again, your husband is a grown-up, and the one who's got to like you is him, not her. Um, of course, we got to be respectful. You got to be respectful with each other. You got to be respectful. Um, okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, we decided to live there temporarily, and it's been a poor choice. 4 years, no more waiting. Yes. I totally understand having a third wheel is most likely not very good, because guess what? You have a third wheel, and the third wheel want to roll things together. And if you have the opportunity to, have your own space. And even if they don't like it, you can always say, Mom-in-law, your son and I want to have some privacy. Your son and I want to have, want to grow together as husband and wife. And we don't necessarily want to be under your roof all the time. And that's completely okay. She's going to have to deal with that. Um, you know, what you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? You are legally bound to someone. You are like right now. If you are, say, the husband, you are legally bound to someone. What's she gonna do about it? Nothing. She can't do nothing about it. Okay. And again, then moving on. If you feel like that is the best choice you gotta make, and if you're learning things, you gotta learn things. You gotta be logical about it. Okay. You be logical about it. Be the page of swords. Get the logical. Oh, sorry. Wrong card. Be logical about the situation. You cannot use emotions, on that. You cannot use emotions. You gotta be logical. Don't hate on her. She's just being a mom. Maybe, I don't know. She's just being a mom. She's gonna protect her little boy. She's gonna protect her little boy. But just be like, Mom, we need privacy. We need to be more adults. We're just trying to be more adults. We're trying to take care of our own stuff. It's time to move on for us because that's how we're going to grow. And I feel like it can always say that too. So I feel like you also need your space. And I feel like we have been taking your space away. And we need our own. What's she going to do about it? Nothing. She can do nothing about it. Oh, Healing Hearts, you're back. No, I did not start it. I was waiting on you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Again, Anna. Again, I'm not here to put you guys waiting for luck or whatever. I'm here to bring you actionable stuff, like make you guys think. All right. Just don't be emotional about it. Be logical about it. Be emotional, not logical. If you fall through the emotional, it's going to get worse. Especially if there is manipulation behind it. You can't deal with manipulation with emotion, more emotion. Manipulation it's a smart use of emotions, a smart use of words for the bad things, of course, not for the good things. So, alrighty. And thank you for stopping by. Thank you for participating on the conversation. Healing Hearts, your turn. Healing Hearts is asking just the energy for this week. Alrighty, let's check the energy for this week. Guys on TikTok, in order to move on top engagement, you gotta hit some likes. You gotta do some stuff, okay? Comment, like, just so the algorithm can push me forward. And then if the algorithm push me forward and you get to the top of the list, then I can help you out. Alrighty. All right, let's see. We got the Two of Swords, Healing Hearts. Two of Swords, Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Page of Pentacles on reverse, Ace of Wands, one more, Page of Swords, Hierophant. Oh no, I got one extra card in here. Man. All right, Healing Hearts. Let's see. Let's see. Healing Hearts, we got the Two of Swords. We are looking at maybe making decisions, trying to make a decision, not necessarily having, a full understanding of what decision you gotta make. So this may be the time where you need to start. Let me change this real quick. Showcase. There you go. Now that should help. Try to be more, take some information in order to make a decision. All right. Don't be completely blindfolded in order to make a decision on things. You also got the Ace of Wands, which signals it is now time to start taking actions. Take actions, and don't be just sitting around. You got the Hierophant. Hierophant is a card of family, marriage, corporate job, anything that is meant to have a structure. Being on the reverse, this may be a signal that you are either trying to understand or trying to go against what is the norm that is being asked of you. So it may be at a time where you start questioning the structure, or maybe some sort of, having some sort of rebellion. Page of Cups may signal either a person coming towards you with a romantic demeanor, maybe some sort of romantic communication. Someone very charismatic, someone very romantic. Ace of Pentacles, that is also maybe a new opportunity, a new job, maybe showing up on the horizon. You just got to make sure you are ready to receive that opportunity once it's finally time. And also we got the Page of Swords. That is new clarity, new understanding. That is also someone very curious on learning new things. And if I put that card together with the Ace of Pentacles, that is someone who was actually looking at the coin. So if we put this together into a story, if we put this together into a, into a order, a certain order, you may be making or getting some data to make a decision and action towards a structure that you have been questioning. You feel like it's wrong, or you feel like it's not for you. And you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. Something new for yourself, something you can hold on this week. Do you have any questions? Healing Hearts, you still there? Did you go away? Are you still there? Yes, if you would like to donate, I should have a link down on the description. But I just give priority on interaction. So I don't know if that person shut down. I don't know if that person is still there. But yes, donations are always appreciated. And I'm also on TikTok. So depending of how much interaction we get, engagement, then we go. You just want one card, I can pull that for you. Since Healing Hearts did not show up with an answer or question, I'm gonna move on. All right, let's check here. Is Jay still upset with me? Let me also get Star. All right, let's check for Mia more. So we can get all the ratings on YouTube all done and taken care of. And then Kaylin is asking, will me and Selena who get back together? Okay. All right, for Mia Moore, let's get one card for Mia Moore. That was quick. Wrong way. We got the Wheel of Fortune on reverse. Luck is not really by your side at the moment. Ask yourself, what can you do in order to change your luck? What actions can you actually take? Should you look inside and decide if it's maybe time to apologize? Should you give yourself time or should you give them time? Yeah. You know? Don't count on luck. Analyze the situation. If you need to apologize, then you apologize. But be okay with the outcome. Have self-accountability. Self-accountability is always very important. All right, Kaylin, are you still there, Kaylin? All right, it's your turn now. You're number one on the list. Look at that. People be hitting likes. Y'all gotta hit them likes if you want questions, because I'm watching. Let me do a quick shuffle. Quick shuffle. Are you good? Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Killen is asking if Kaylin and Selena who will get back together. It's Kaylin and Selena who get back together. Okay. No? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. It's all cups. It's all cups. Of course it's all cups. No, don't be scared. It's not that bad. All right. First card, we got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a card of grief, card of not letting go about something. You're not letting go about something, and that is very obvious right now. Yay! Cool. Anyways, it shows someone just sitting, looking at those cups that have been spilled over, and you still got two cups right behind you that you are not giving a whole lot of attention. Okay, cool, awesome. Next up, you got the Page of Cups. This is a new offer. I don't know for sure. Have you actually been having other people trying to get with you, but you've been just like rejecting them? Kaylin? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, yeah, they got two offers here, like, or maybe a communication by one person and then someone else coming towards you. And then there is like the Queen of Swords just simply turning them down. This may be you, this may be the other person. We got Justice that also came out. You know, card of Justice is the card that we gotta get stuff balanced it out. You balance it out, and you think about it. You see the sword. You guys gotta figure it out how to balance it out. Have you guys been talking to each other? Have you actually made a move? Because there is also the Ace of Wands in here, which is the card of action. A new action is coming up. New action is building up. No, you guys have not been talking at all. Nope. Okay. Did you guys go no contacts? I guess that's what I'm gonna assume. So yeah. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Okay. If you are this person just sitting and crying over, you know, the spilled milk, the spilled cups, and you still got those other two little cups in the back sitting for you, waiting for you, why would you stay in the path of depression? Why would you stay in the path of grief? Especially when other experiences are coming towards you. They're literally coming towards you. Like, you can just take them. Now, if Selena is, you know, someone you really want to get back together and there's no other option, what have you done? What are you planning to do? When are you going to start taking action for that to happen? Or are you just simply waiting for them to come towards you? That's the question I have for you. If I put down the Queen of Swords, the Justice, and the Ace of Wands, which is taking action, what? Who hurt who in the first place? Why are you guys not together anymore? Why are you guys not together anymore? Did it hurt you? Did you hurt that person? Actions, wrong time to be together. I mean, if you went no contact, why you can't be sitting in grief forever? You gotta accept what happened. You gotta accept what happened. Okay, you guys are not together anymore. Accept it. You're not together no more. Number one, you can either try to I don't know, apologize and try to be together, or you can move on. There's only two options. If you choose to be together, someone's got to make an action. Somebody's got to take action. And if you got other people interested in you, it is your choice to take on them, to try something new, to try a different path, or not. You know? I'll tell you the very same thing I tell everybody. The future is not yeah, and that's completely okay. You just got to heal from the situation. Let's be realistic. I can't keep you forever waiting on someone who's not answering back to you. I can't keep you waiting on somebody who's not coming back for you. You know, get yourself a new project. If you have a hobby, just do get better at your hobby. You got a million possibilities. If you want to stay wait for that person, just at least occupy your mind with something that you like, you enjoy doing. But I hope you get better. I hope you understand. Take some action. Get occupied. Get occupied. Get busy with something. Get busy with something. And you're gonna go to another tarot reader. You're gonna ask the very same question, and you're gonna get a different answer. And then you're gonna be like, "Oh, I don't know now." But that's just me. $3 years? Come on, 3 years. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of years. Yeah, just do other stuff. Just, get busy. Get busy. Find a passion. Find a passion. It does not need to be a person. Find a passion. When it's actually time, it's going to show up. When it's time, they show up. People come and go. As a widower, I will tell you, people come and go. People come and go from our lives. I'll tell you, as a widower, they come to teach us a lesson, and we take the lesson and we try to move on from it. Otherwise, you will be, for the longest time, you get stagnated. You don't want that for yourself. Okay? I hope you stay well. All right. Anybody else got a question? Anybody else? Anybody else still on that needs a question? Oh my, I'm getting blind. I'm getting blind. Let's see who's watching. Who's watching? Patty. Patty, Patty, Patty. Will my financial situation improve soon? Patty. Let's get some shuffling for Patty. Patty, please help me out. Hit the screen or give me a bunch of likes. Help a guy out, okay? If you can't pay with money, that's okay. At least pay with engagement. I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got in here. All right, we're asking a question for Patty. Patty is asking, will my financial situation improve soon? Will Patty's situation improve soon? Is Patty's financial situation improving soon? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, Patty. Patty is pretty complicated right now, huh? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 reversals. 4 reversals. Okay. So I'm gonna get started. I'll show you the cards that we got here, and we'll go through them. I may ask you questions, so just be ready to engage. All right. All right. Patty, we got the Hangman. That's a card that is showing you as, you see a little guy hanging either from the tree or hanging upside down. That's what we see, right? But if you also look at his head is shining. Usually this card tells you that it may be time to wait, and see. I will ask you, what have you been doing lately to change that situation? Have you been waiting for too long, or have not taken any action whatsoever? So there are at least 1, 2, 3, 4 major cards in your reading. 2 of them are up and 2 of them are down. So, second card that we have in here is Temperance. Temperance talks about balance, talks about, having your feet in water and 1 foot on the ground. It's balancing your cups, having ideas, learning how to balance things. You have the triangle here. Also, that calls for structure. Ask yourself, how is your financial structure at the moment? As I said before, what actions have you been taken to change your situation? Ace of Pentacles, this shows as someone who maybe missed a opportunity, a financial opportunity. Maybe you have turned down something, or maybe you did not see it as an actual opportunity. So ask yourself, how can you make sure that whatever is coming over stays that way? And you actually can catch that coin coming. Hermit, you got the Hermit on reverse. This indicates that there may be some side of depression, like maybe hopelessness. Ask yourself, again, with your actions, make an assessment with your actions. What have you been doing lately to change the situation? Is sitting down at home waiting for something to fall from the sky actually going to help you. We got the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a card of past, the card of the past, the card of, nostalgia. But it also may mean that it might be time to stop looking back and start actually, looking at the present. And the Hierophant on reverse indicates that something, a system, maybe a foundation. There may be a foundational problem in your situation that needs to be evaluated so you can take action. Do you have any questions about those cards? Brady, thank you so much for following and sharing. I really appreciate you. If you have a question, you can drop it down and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done helping Patty. Patty, I need you to participate. Thank you. Okay. He doesn't want to work and he won't sign. Yeah, foundational. Okay. That kind of makes sense if I look at it. Yeah. I'll get one more card. What taken should Patty take to get out of this situation? Oh. Okay. Oh, that's heavy. Yeah, you know what to do. You got Judgment on reverse. You know exactly what to do. You're just not doing the balancing. You're not balancing. Now, if it's a divorce, I can't look. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I gotta be completely honest with you. Okay, I'm no financial advisor. I'm no legal advisor. I'm no medical advisor. But if we ask about the moral of the situation, you already know what is the moral of the situation. Like, what is morally wrong in this situation? If you guys are going through a divorce, I can only assume you guys are two adults. I don't know about the other person's situation. I don't know about the dynamics. But again, it's a foundational problem at this point. That you're just letting yourself be drained. Okay? You can't let yourself be drained. Okay. So maybe that's why you got the hangman as to sitting and waiting and see things through a different perspective. So if you gotta take action legally, then you gotta take action legally. If they are not cooperating, that's probably the best answer. But again, I can't tell you what to do. But you just answered. I mean, yeah. So I'm here. I'm not here to, I don't really do like fortune telling, but what it looks like, it's maybe a waiting period and taking action towards a situation. If you guys ain't together anymore, if there is no way to coming back, if nothing's coming out of it, then action needs to be taken just so you can move on with your life and not be financially responsible for another person that you don't even have the time of the day. That's what it is. Plain and simple, cold and cunning, honest me. I'm being cold and cunning and honest. Um, it's a matter of taking action and get the leech off of you. How are you gonna take care of that leech? Really, I can't decide that for you. Um, but it's completely, you know, your own game, and I hope it goes well the way you expect. But in order to have judgment and justice, you got to take action. You can't sit and you can't wait for them. All right. And I appreciate you stopping by. If you want to follow and whatnot, you're more than welcome to. I got a channel on YouTube where you can watch long form videos. But since most of my progress is coming from lives, I will most likely be doing lives mostly from now on. Okay. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours and a half. I am going to take a little break. I'm gonna get me something to chew on, and I'll be back later, probably in the next hour or so. Alrighty. All right. I hope to see you guys later. In the next one. Thank you. Bye bye. What? 111 more minutes. Oh gosh. Okay, I guess I'm staying because I need to stay 111 more minutes. Can you imagine that? Okay, I will be going to the boys' room because gosh. All right, I'll be pausing this live for just a little bit, guys. All right. 5 minutes. All right. 5 minutes. 5 minute break. All right. Thanks. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. YouTube, I will be right back. Okay. I gotta go real quick. All right. Thanks. I'll be right back. 111 minutes to get more views. What the hell? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, it looks like it. All right, cool. While nobody shows up, while nobody shows up, I'm gonna eat something. Mhm. Katala Poppy, are you still there? Are you still there? Mhm.